everyone, what a gorgeous day we're having here in Northern Ireland. Welcome to my Wool Warehouse yarn unboxing. I am doing a little Marie Curie Cancer coffee morning with my Neil's Yard stuff here in September. And as you know, I crochet lots of different things for charity, and one of the things I crochet a lot for charity to raise money for them is my crochet hanging hearts. And so for my coffee morning in September, I will be crocheting my little hanging hearts in the Marie Curie colours. So there'll be some yellow ones and there'll be some blue ones, and there may be some blue and yellow mixed. To sell for £2.50. I also have a Just Given page set up as well for it. So I thought, well, there's no better excuse than a coffee morning to buy some new wool. Not like I really needed it. I have a big massive 80-litre tub full of wool for different things. But you know what it's like when you have a hobby. You kind of collect more things than what you use. But I always do end up using mine in the end. And if I don't use it and I get some new wool, then I always make sure I donate some of my old wool. So that way I don't have too much and I'm not being greedy. So any noise you hear in the background will be the cats and Jasmine and Daniel. They're playing next door, and I'm going to show you what I got. Now, not all of it is in these colours. I got some other wool as well, which I fancy getting. So this one is our Yarn Smiths, one of my new favourite brands from Wool Warehouse here in the UK. I only started shopping with Wool Warehouse probably in the last year actually. I'd come across their page on Facebook, and their yarn is really affordable prices. They do a whole lot of different brands and they do lots of different shades to be able to choose from. So that's why I love shopping with them. They're affordable. They've got a fantastic selection. They never seem to go out of stock of that many colours. You know, they keep a good stock of each of the yarns. So if you are making like a big project and you do happen to run out of a ball of wool, Wool Warehouse is sure to have it. So if you haven't seen Wool Warehouse before, do check them out. They're on Instagram, Facebook, and obviously they have their website, which is where I order from, and the postage is really affordable as well for Northern Ireland. So this is a baby pink, and you're probably wondering, well, why did I get baby Iran? And in the Yarn Smiths crate, Yarn Smiths is a new brand on their website, and I have it in many different weights. I have some in double knit, I have some in Iran, and I have actually got some in super chunky as well. Haven't actually used the super chunky one yet, but I may do so this winter for scarves and hats. But the reason I got the pale pink and the baby Iran is because in October I will be doing crochet hearts for baby loss. I haven't chosen which charity yet I'll be donating them to. There is a charity who is looking crocheted hearts for one of their stalls that they're setting up, but I'm just waiting on them getting back to me to give me the go ahead to go on ahead and do them and send them for October. If not, then I will pick another baby loss charity, but for October I am doing baby loss. So I've got pale pink for pale pink crochet hearts and baby Iran. I do sometimes work in double knit, but the Iran wool is in between double knit and chunky, and I love using the Iran because it makes a really nice not too small and not too big a crochet heart, and some of the different wools have different textures and things on it. So that is for the baby loss. I also got some white for the baby loss as well. So there'll be white crochet hearts as well as the pink. And I don't think I got any blue to go with this because I already have a blue Iran up the stairs, which will be perfect. So I'll be doing blue, pink and white hearts in October for baby loss. I got two of these because typically when I buy a ball of wool, although Wool Warehouse never seems to run out of stock, just to save me once I start a project, I'll always buy at least two balls. I didn't because these were for crocheted hearts, and this is for my coffee morning. These ones here, this is Yarn Smith's Pebble Haze. I'm not sure if you can see that maybe all that well, but there is like a little a white sort of a haze through the blue. It is a lot lighter than the colour for Marie Curie, but some of Marie Curie's uniform for their staff is actually a lighter blue as well. So I may do one ball of light blue Iran Marie Curie hearts and then keep this ball for hearts or something else at a later stage. But I thought that was really, really nice. I really like that. I hope the colour's picking up. Sorry, you don't want to see the cat litter trays. I'm hoping you can see, you can sort of see that now. The colour's picking up there on the camera. The sun's just shining in through the window here, and I thought this is going to be great lighting for my box opening. So I also do some, I make aromatherapy soaps using my Mynew jarred essential oils, and I also like to crochet washcloths. And a lot of people sometimes don't like the coloured washcloths because they're a bit funny about the dye. Although I have sensitive skin myself and eczema, I've never had that problem with washcloths, but I have stocked up on my cotton Iran. I used to do my washcloths in double knit, but when they were washed in the machine, they didn't really hold the same. That they didn't keep the shape. And an Iran washcloth is much thicker because I made one for myself. The Iran washcloth is much thicker. I done mine white with little blue stripes at either end of it, two blue stripes here and two blue stripes at the top. I'm nearly certain I showed it in a video on here. If you go back to some of my crochet videos, you might see it on there. So I stocked up on my white for some washcloths because probably at Christmas time I'm going to be doing my little soap and crochet washcloth sets to sell for gifts at Christmas time for family and friends, as well as maybe raising money for another charity at Christmas time. And then I got a few other little colours. Actually, there is a dark blue I got for Marie Curie. So this was the one I got for Marie Curie, the dark blue in the Iran. And I actually have a beautiful yellow up the stairs. I think it's in chunky. So some of the hearts are going to be a medium sized, like this Iran, and some of the hearts are going to be a little bit bigger, like the chunky. But they're all beautiful. So that's the dark colour there for Marie Curie. And as I say, I already have a yellow up the stairs. And then, of course, well, I got two. Sorry, I got two of that as well, because I don't know how many hearts I'm going to need to make for Marie Curie. And then, of course, I found a few other things um, on the site. And, of course, I love lavender. Lavender is my favourite thing. Lavender essential oil, any lavender aromatherapy things at all, I love it. And I also love the colour lavender, and I love lavender wool. So I bought myself 2 balls of these lavender Iran, and I'm sure I will find something. In fact, lavender hearts would be amazing. I don't think I've done lavender hearts since February when I done crochet hanging hearts to raise money for hearing dogs. My video is on here as well of that if you want to look back at that one as well. So I have 2 balls of this lavender, and then I also treated myself to these because I just love variegated yarns, and these are cotton as well, so I could actually do a washcloth in what I'm about to show you. I also used a lot of these when I was knitting, or sorry, when I was crocheting hearts for the hearing dogs for deaf people back in February. I used this type of color combination for my hearts back then too, and they looked wonderful. So do check out that video till you see them. But this is Cotton Wonder, again Yarnsmiths. It's becoming my favorite brand. My favorite brand before Yarnsmiths was Signet yarn. I do still sometimes use Signet yarn, but Yarnsmiths has now become my favorite brand. So this one is the Cotton Wonder, and look at that. Isn't that gorgeous pastel? Now that would even make a nice cotton scarf, never mind a washcloth or a wee heart, you know. So that is lovely. I love colors like that, which are all mixed in together. And this one is cotton double knit, I think. Let me see. Yeah, 4mm. It's cotton double knit, but upon feeling that, it's so soft, and it actually feels a lot thicker than double knit. I really love working. There is some yarns you can get which is double knit, and they're really thick double knit, and I love working with thick double knit yarns, but there's not very many brands that do the thick double knit yarns. But that is going to be a lovely color combination for a heart or anything. Look at the purples in there too. Oh, amazing. And I got another one the same as that, except in a different color combination. And this one is this color, different pinks. It kind of is a lavendery. Is that even a word? Lavendery color there going on. Looks a bit like a shade of lavender, pinks and whites. You know, that one's gorgeous too. That would make a nice scarf or a nice washcloth or a nice hanging heart as well. And that just feels wonderful. It feels so soft. I love that. One of the things I miss about not having a local wool shop beside me is going in and actually being able to feel all the different textures. It'd be like me going into a sweet shop. If I was in a wool shop, and I would buy probably, I seriously would probably buy 1 to 2 balls in every single brand of wool that I could find. You know, that's the way I am. But that's something I miss about not having a wool shop close to me that I can go and do that with. But Wool Warehouse is the next best thing. It really is. So all of this, I think, I threw out my receipt, but all of this didn't cost very much at all. I think it was under £20, if it even was. Because most of their wool is round about 2.99 for most of their wool, at a starting price, at a rough guide for you. Some of it's an offer. I think these were £1.79 or something like that. And they're just the 50 gram balls, and these ones are, I think they're 100 gram ball actually. Um, yeah, they're the 100 gram ball, 232 yards. Yeah. So, and they are double knit. It says knits to most double knit patterns. So, what would you make with these two things if you knit or crochet? Um, or have any ideas? What would you make with these two color combinations? I'd be excited to know. I'm always on the lookout for new ideas and new patterns to try. Although, as you know from previous videos, I do like one repeat patterns because I find them very mindful. And with having complex PTSD, I can't do any patterns which I find too overwhelming. But I usually do a good bit of research, and whatever it is I'm interested in, say like a crocheted heart, I'll look at a couple of different patterns and I'll try out a couple of different patterns, maybe one to two. Again, I don't want to overwhelm myself. I'll try out 1 to 2 different patterns and see which one I find easier to do and which one I find more enjoyable to do. And the hearts is something I really do enjoy. And the hearts, whenever the kids are at school or, you know, whatever, it takes me about 15 minutes to do a heart. So think about how many hearts I can get done in 1 hour. It really is so good. So I just wanted to share that with you. That's my little yarn unboxing. And yes, I'm excited to know what you think I should make or what you would make with these color combinations. And yeah, I'm sure I'll update again soon when I start crocheting some of these. I hope to maybe start some of these next week. I'm currently dog sitting at the minute, so when I get the kids back to school next week, then I can sit with the dogs and do some crocheting and catch up on my reading, and I'm going to do some colouring, so it'll be just bliss, because that is just what I need. Dog therapy, crochet therapy, and well, I have still continued my reading over the summer, but I always struggle during the summertime because I don't have very much support with the children, and you know, they have autism and things, and I have to try and cope with them on my own. You know, while my partner works, so summertime's always a struggle for me and the children. But we've done really well, and I can't believe they're back to school next week. So celebrate, go me! I am so proud of myself for getting through the summer, and now I've got all this to look forward to and my coffee morning. So do stay tuned for more crochet and coffee morning updates. And of course, my lovely nail jar, the unboxing for that I done the other day. I should actually have linked, I was a bit silly, I should have linked my nail jar shop in the in that video. I might actually put it in the comments now when I remember. And yeah, I'm sure I'll be posting more updates soon. I hope next week as well to maybe do reborn toddler video as well. As you know, I do a mixture of hobbies, and I like to put up a mixture of videos on my YouTube channel. As always, I'm open to suggestions for videos as well. If there's anything you'd like to see me make, crochet or art wise. The next art piece I'm hoping to do is my little hedgehog. I have a little hedgehog that comes to my garden at night, and his name's Harry. He also visits my neighbour next door. In fact, he actually lives in my garden, and I didn't realise that up until recently. He lives in my little spiky bush out the front. Anyway, this may not upload. It's 15 minutes long, so I will leave it here and I'll get back to you soon. Have a great day, and I hope you've enjoyed that. Bye.